Hi everyone and welcome to TWF uh in I mean collision or strike or hit. I Mike Lane here with Jim Ross and with Taz. And today on collision or hit or strike we're going to see the fallout of Money in the Bank or Galled in the Boundary Rampage or Ram Through that we did yesterday. And first thing we know, Mike Lane says that that Captain Marvel or Lieberman Marvel is Lady Galled in the Boundary. Mike Lane says you got you got that right. Jim Ross said yesterday we did see Captain Marvel or Lieberman Marvel become the TWF Galled in the Box fighter or winner. You know, we saw her out. We saw her out. We saw her, outlast Becky Lynch, Wonder Woman, Godzilla, Jojo Bodot. I guess Jojo Bodot, Bofat. And we also saw her outlast Kenny Omega and Johnny Nargado. Jim Ross says, well, Taz says I'm filling in for Paulie Dangerously, which we don't know where he's at, but I'm filling in today for him, Taz says. And I used to do play-by-play work in a TWF starting from I don't know, 20 OYL until, well, I don't know. And then I'm filling in today. Well, we do know that we are going to see Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel here today, Taz says. And hopefully she'll be in a good mood. And look, she even has the bigger Galled in the Boundary cast. Alright, so I am Lady Galled in the Box or Lady Galled in the Boundary. And first off, I know there are a lot of folks out there yesterday on Rampage or Ram Through Money in the Bank, Galled in the Boundary, that truly did not think that I was going to win. A lot of them probably thought, like a lot of skilled wrestling followers believe, that the wrong woman won. The wrong wrestler, the wrong fighter, the wrong overstar, whatever you want to call, won. First off, I beat Kenny Omega and Johnny Nargado. I beat Godzilla and Wonder Woman and Jeffro Bova, whatever you call his name. I can't say his name right. I even beat Becky Lynch. So, now it is wondering, who am I going to go after? Do I go after the TWF heavyweight fighter, Mora? Do I go after the world heavyweight fighter, Biggie Langston? Do I go after the 24/7 fighter, Goldust? Do I go after the TWF hard middle fighter, Faith? Do I go after the TWF Pennsylvania Right fighter, who would, be Wonder Woman? Do I go after the Allegheny Earldom fighter, which would be King Kong? Or do I go after the Pennsylvania Right fighter, which is the Pittsburgh Stead fighter, is Adam Page? Well, your guess is good as mine which one I'm going to go through. But or do I also go for the TWF heavyweight fighter, the TWF women's heavyweight fighter, Asuka? Or do I go after the women's world heavyweight fighter, Rhea Ripley? Oh, I forgot. I could even go for those winnings too. Well, here comes Bianca Belair coming to the ring now. Mike Lane says, we know here comes Bianca Belair, coming to the ring now. We know she probably has something to say about that. Alright, yeah, I'll give it to you. Hold on here, girl. See, first off, you could go after any one of the other fighters. Heavyweight, world heavyweight, Pennsylvania Reich, Allegheny Earldom, Pittsburgh Stead, 24/7, hard middle. You could go after the women's world heavyweight. But don't go after the TWF women's heavyweight, because that's mine. You see, I held that winning for some time before Asuka beat me for it, and I never got in my match with it. And so far, Astronema or Gail Kim or Hunter Hearst Helmsley or Xena has never given me my match for it. So you need to choose wisely which one you're going for. Because if you choose wrong and you choose the one that I want to go for, then me and you, Captain Marvel, or me and you, Lead Woman Marvel, are going to have a bind. Look, Bianca Belair, as I have much onlook for everything you have done, about how you made it to WWE, and what you did when you were in NXT, and what you did when you were on Raw the first time, and SmackDown the first time, and then on Raw the 2nd time, only to be on SmackDown for the 2nd time. I know all the things you did, how you were the WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Fighter, which is now the WWE Women's Heavyweight Fighter, the SmackDown Women's Heavyweight, the WWE SmackDown Heavyweight Fighter, which is now the Women's World Heavyweight Fighter. So I know all about your yesteryear. But you don't have to worry, Bianca Belair. I'm not going to go for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings or the Women's World Heavyweight winnings. I'm going to go a little higher up. Yes, it could be the TWF 24/7 winnings, or the TWF Hard Middle winnings, or the TWF Pennsylvania Reich winnings, or the Allegheny Earldom winnings, or Pittsburgh Stead winnings, or the World Heavyweight winnings, or the TWF Heavyweight winnings. You don't got to worry about that. I can see you're in a bad mood, but if you want someone you want to wrestle here today, then by all means, we can do that. Alright. I can see it's breaking down here, Astronema says, and things are not going quite the way we want them to go. Alright, Astronema says. Now I know that Gail Kim, this is her thing, but I'm the matchmaker, so I'm coming out here to settle this before it goes out of run. Captain Marvel, Lead Woman Marvel, good work on becoming Lady Galden the Boxer, Lady Galden the Boundary. Since you're not going to be going after any heavyweight fighter, whoever it need be, man or woman, you don't need to be in this ring now. Yeah, you don't need to be in this ring now, Astronema says, so you can get out now. Shit. Now, Bianca Belair, if you want to have your match with Asuka, then you're going to get your match of Asuka. But I can't tell you you're going to get it here today. I'm sorry. I don't think you're going to be... I can't stand up. Oh, I don't think... But you're not going to be getting your match here today with Asuka. I'm sorry. It's not happening. But you will be wrestling here today. You will be fighting here today. It will be against King Valkyrie. Yes, I know that's her name. She came yesterday from Ollie's like you did. So, take it or leave it. You got my word. You got my oath. You're going to be fighting for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings sometime down the street. I don't know when that's going to be. Down the road, I don't know what it's going to be. Yeah, he clipped, Astronomer says. You need to take it, Ecliptor says. You need to take it. Alright? Astronema, my elderling is giving you her word, and you need to take it. Alright, Astronema. I'll take your oath on it, your word on it. But you let any other woman know that the TWF Women's Heavyweight Winnings is mine. And I'll be the one that ends up winning it back from Asuka. Well, we just heard from Astronema. The matchmaker of the TWF, Mike Lane says, and it looks like that Bianca Belair is going to be having her match here today with a newcomer, King Valkyrie. Mike Lane said. That's right, Jim Ross said. We don't really know that much about King Valkyrie, except she came from Ollie's yesterday, just like this offshoot of Bianca Belair did, Jim Ross says. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And now we're going to have the match now, Jim Ross says. Well, Taz said, you think that's lawful that she has those swords in her hand? Well, she's going to have to put those swords down if she wants to have a match here today, you know, with Bianca Belair, Mike Lane says. And Bianca Belair just took down King Valkyrie, Mike Lane says. And the Fight Lord, the match keeper, Jim Ross said, who always seems to be falling down. Oh! Bianca Belair is going to have a quick match with King Valkyrie, Mike Lane says. Yes, she is, Jim Ross says. Bianca Belair is going to beat King Valkyrie. Well, it looks like that's going to happen, Taz says. But I thought King Valkyrie was strong since she was a follower to 401 Bonds of Good or something like that. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Bianca Belair. Well, Bianca Belair has beat King Valkyrie here today on Collision, or Strike, or Hit. And we don't know. And now Bianca Belair is now back in the ring now. She can't stand up. Alright, Astronema, you keep your word and you give me my match with Asuka, the Kaiserin of tomorrow. And you're going to see me being a 2-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. Just like one day you're going to see me be a 2-time WWE Women's Heavyweight Fighter. And now, that King Valkyrie, or we should say Queen Valkyrie, well, no offense to you, but I just I didn't mean to, I wasn't shaming you anyway, or burying you anyway, but at the end of the day, I was just showing how I could smoothly beat any woman wrestler, woman fighter, woman overstar, whatever, whatever. That's what that was all about. Because I'm still all about giving onlook to my fellow wrestler, my fellow fighter, my fellow overstar. Well, alright, take it away. Tony Schiavone is now with Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel. Thank you, Mike Lane and Jim Ross. I'm here with Captain Marvel, or Lead Woman Marvel, here today on Collision, or Hit, or Strike. Alright, Captain Marvel, Lead Woman Marvel, you are Lady Gal in the box, or Lady Gal in the boundary, and as of right now you haven't chosen who you're going after. Not yet, Tony Schiavone. I haven't chosen who I'm going to be going after yet. You see, sooner or later, I will choose who I will go after. And you all know Bianca Belair sobbing that she lost to Asuka. Well, at the end of the day, is Mora, Biggie Langston, Goldust, Faith? Is Adam Page, Wonder Woman, or King Kong going to be sobbing? Or Rhea Ripley going to be sobbing? Or Asuka be sobbing? When I choose any one of them to go after? Because I can go after any one of them sundriest winnings that the TWF has. Alright? Not only the TWF heavyweight or world heavyweight winnings. So I could go after any one of them. Well, that might not be well. Whoever you choose to go after is going to have to be watching their back. Going to have eyes in the back of their head. And we all know man-like, woman-like beings do not have eyes in the back of their head. No, we don't. But that's where I'm going to be. You see, anytime Mora's around, anytime Biggie Langston's around, anytime Goldust, Faith, Asuka, Rhea Ripley, Adam Page is around, Wonder Woman, King Kong's around, they better watch out, because I need to watch out. I go after them. Well, I can tell you one thing, Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel, you're making a lot of fighters worried and frightened that you might come after them. Yeah, Tony Schiavone, I am truly making them all worried and frightened that I will choose them to come after next. Well, that's my talk with Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel. Back to you, Mike Lane and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Captain Marvel or Lead Woman Marvel here today on Collision or Hit or Strike. And that's all the time we got here for Collision or Hit or Strike. I, Mike Lane, Jim Ross, Taz, we hope you like Collision or Strike. And we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Alone Tonight Raw. Paulie Dangerously will be back with us next week.